Welcome to my YouTube channel Marketing 5.0. Thanks Machan, continuously watching my videos, subscribe to my channel and share with your network. In our series of different videos, we have seen all these days, and we started a new series on sustainable marketing. In this line today we talk about the sustainable marketing enablers. In our last video, we discussed about the triggers of sustainable marketing. So what trigger the companies to go for a sustainable marketing, the aspects, and how the company should avoid those aspects in order to focus on sustainable marketing practices. So today, if the company adopts sustainable marketing practices, how the company can implement the sustainable marketing. So that is what we discussed today. The enablers of sustainable marketing, which is the implementation aspects. So very important, we should understand today the name of the game of any company is using technology. Needless to say, nowadays most of the companies resort to technology in their marketing practices. So the technology is very key in terms of when you want to involve in implementation of sustainable marketing. So that is what we will be seeing today. So as we know, the companies always resort to the different aspects of producing new product and services, new models, because the company always feel the consumer behavior is dynamic. So in order to satisfy the needs and tastes of consumers, so they go for the new product and services, or they go for facing the competition. In order to tackle competition, so they resort to the promotions, the price offers, launching new product and services in order to tackle the competition. So these are all the aspects company normally look at it. But the one thing company needs to focus is how the company can use technology to be sustainable in their marketing practices. So technology will play a very key role in the sustainable marketing practices when the company is planning to implement. So number one, the company needs to set up a consumer behavior tracking system, which is very important. So now all the companies, especially the stores, everything, they have their the database of consumers. Are they trying to get the database of consumers? So if not, they get a database of consumers, and they can get this consumer behavior tracking system through the sales. If the company is involved in FMCG, so they can get this data from wherever they sell the products through the channel partners. So the consumer behavior tracking system is very important because they need to constantly monitor how the consumer behavior and the consumer going for buying a product, and how frequently they are shifting from one product to another product. Suppose if they're going for buying a juice, or they're going for a similar flavor of juice, or changing it, so how frequently they're changing, how long they're staying. So those kind of an aspects the company can find out. So that will give an idea to company to find out and the behavioral shift of consumers. So which will give an idea for a company to come up with new products or services, how quickly they want to come up. So this is where, see, if you look at the aspects of consumers which they look for, but most of the case, if you look at the consumers like to stay with the same product and services for a longer period of time, and they don't want to shift. So it is their, like the primary, the focus. But since the companies are frequently launching new products and services, that is where the consumers are motivated normally to try new products and services. So I do not say that the company should not launch new products and services. They should launch, but they need to launch the products and services which based on the requirement of consumers. So instead of forcing consumers to buy new products and services and frequently launching, the company can identify what the consumers are looking for. Accordingly, they focus. The number two is tracking consumer buying pattern, it's evident. And by using technology, the company can track consumer buying pattern. So here, the frequency of purchase or the movement between the products, services, the brands, the stores. So those aspects which will give an idea about the switching behavior of consumers. So the buying pattern, which includes the switching behavior. So that also help the company to identify so how the consumer is focusing on buying a product. So the pattern of consumers. So if you take example of the company buying, the consumers are focusing on buying, say, the bakery products. So how frequently the consumers are buying bakery products? So are they going for a similar bakery products, or trying to experiment new bakery products, or switching? So those kind of an aspect which the company can identify. So the reason why I'm giving FMCG is it's a frequency of purchase of these products are very high. So that is where if you see the FMCG also, the companies are tend to launch the more variants of products in order to attract consumers. So if the consumers showing kind of a steady buying pattern towards a particular product or service or a brand over a period of time, so the company need not come out of another variant for some time and make use of that particular money spent on new products. They can conserve it and they can spend for elsewhere. So in that way, the conservation of resources is very, very important, which is the key of our sustainable marketing. So sustainable marketing is the company need to conserve the money which they normally spend on developing new product and services very rapidly. Also, they spend money on promotions and prices in order to clear their the old products or services. So this is where the most of the companies are losing money or spending billions of dollars. But they think the consumer looking for it. But if you really look into this consumer buying pattern, the consumer may not look for it. So why should the company needs to spend such a huge amount of money and the consumers are not looking to frequently shifting from one product to another products or services? So that is the primary focus of our sustainable marketing, conservation of resources and spend money where it is required. In that way, the company can sustain themselves for a longer period of time. Number three is tracking consumer consumption pattern, which is also very important. See, nowadays, because the consumers are become very healthy and even they become very smart, and they also focus on saving money and they know where to save, where to spend money. So the consumption pattern also very important. So most of the case, what happened, the company, especially when you go in for the FMCG or retail outlets, they're trying to, in order to achieve the sales targets, the company go for the booster promotions in order to reach the targets, which motivates, they're trying to motivate consumers to buy more quantity and consume it. But normally consumer do not need that. So in order to company achieve the sales and targets and profit and growth, but the consumer, they do not need it actually. Suppose I need a one bottle of a ketchup. Suppose I go to a store, if I see 12 bottle of a ketchup, sometimes the price are low. So I may not buy it. But there are many consumers tend to get motivated and buy those 12 bottle of ketchup, the offer, and trying to consume more. So when they consume or they go for again, so company also tend to, like produce more. Again, the resources are very much spent. But ultimate goal of company is to reach the sales targets or the profit and scalability. So this is where the company needs to be very focused on how the consumers are consuming. The consumption pattern of consumers are very important. The number four is tracking product service loyalty threshold is also very important. So here the company can focus on specific product or services or brand. So how long the particular consumers are using the same brand or product or service, and when they are slowly shifting towards other products. So this threshold level, if they can track, and before the consumers are planning to shift to other product or services, the company can launch the new variant in order to hold the consumers with them. So in that case, the loyalty aspects can be the kind of a retained. It's a kind of an aspect. We can't call it as a recycling. It's a retained. So So if the company could understand this threshold level, so it is very easy for them. Like suppose if they find the consumers stay with the same product or service or brand for minimum 2 to 3 years, if they have this threshold level, then these 2 to 3 years the company need not go for producing new products or variants to satisfy the consumers, because consumers are already happy with what they are using. So in that way, that the money could be saved, and they can focus on the different aspects of development or the sustainability aspects. So in that way, the conservation of resources also very much possible. And number five is tracking consumer value appreciation. So this is where very important. See, instead of selling product, service, or brands, so you should also see how the consumers are valuing the particular product, service, brands you are offering to them, how much they are appreciating. So this appreciation tracking also very important. How the company can do it. So this is where the company needs to listen to the consumers, and they can go for online surveys. They can speak to them even offline, and they can go for some kind of a polls, online polls, listening pods. So those kind of a thing, in order to, if they could understand this, the appreciation. So this measuring of appreciation is very, very important in order to understand the loyalty aspect of the consumers, or the urge to move into new products or services or a brand. So this is the very important aspect which, if the company could crack it, the consumer value appreciation, then the company have the total control over consumer aspects, especially the loyalty aspects. So this will give a great opportunity for a company to understand and launch new product and services as the consumer require. So this is very important aspect. And last one is setting personalized consumer value purchase system is also very, very important. So here the company is moving from the mode of a seller to the advisor, where the company will advise the consumer to buy the products. So value purchase. So if you see the most of the online stores which are already getting into that mode because of using technology. So even the offline stores also can get into that. So instead of trying to push products and services to consumers in order to achieve sales and growth, the company can focus on selling products and services at the brands which the consumer look for a value. So the value purchase systems, a personalized value purchase system, where they can map the requirements of individual consumers, and they can advise the consumers what they need and what they want, and which they'll get the value in that way. So the company, the consumers also really appreciate that uh, the empathy shown by the company towards consumers, that definitely they will reciprocate. So these are all the different enablers which the companies need to focus if they want to implement sustainable marketing practices, starting with consumer behavior tracking system, then tracking consumer buying pattern and consumption pattern, and the product service loyalty threshold, which is very important. And this is a very key for any sustainable marketing practices. And number four, the value appreciation, which is listening and getting the opinion of consumers. And finally, the shift of the companies from seller to advisor, which is very, very important. This way, the consumers will also appreciate the empathy is shown by the companies, and they will stay with the company for a long time. So these are all the aspects which we see as the enablers of sustainable marketing if the company wants to practice into sustainable marketing and they want to implement it. So the technology is the key when you're going for sustainable marketing in order to conserve the resources. So instead of going for a blanket promotions or going for a mass media, so now the technology is available. The more the resources as well as the internet resources are available, most of the consumers have access to internet resources. So make use of that resources to reach the consumers individually and show the consumers they are caring for them, and they care to offer value to them instead of trying to push products or services to them in order to focus only on achieving sales, profit, and growth. So if that is the case, actually the company is looking to do it. It is mutually beneficial for consumers as well as the companies, where companies need not spend a lot of money in producing new products, services, or promotions or price offers. They can conserve their money. And the same way, the consumers also, they conserve the resources. They do not get into buying new product and services which are coming to market, which they may not get value, and sometimes they end up spending money for a wrong products or services. So in that way, it is a win-win situation for both consumers as well as companies. Sustainable marketing practice. So in our future videos, we will talk about sustainable marketing in practice. So once again, thank you very much for continuously watching my videos and subscribe to my channel and share with your network. And please subscribe to my channel for getting instant alerts. And please watch and give your valuable feedback. Once again, thank you very much.